The PlayStation VR2 will be the new benchmark for virtual reality. Sony is trying to recreate the way VRs produce themselves down the line with their upcoming release of the PlayStation VR2. The PlayStation VR2 makes a very compelling argument for it to be one of the best virtual reality headsets in the year of 2023. The PlayStation VR1 was a good piece of tech at the time, but it definitely wasn't a future tone setter. The PlayStation VR2 has the opportunity to make a new benchmark in the VR market, and here's why. The CES conference provided a lot of information, and we got a much deeper look into eye tracking, specifically how the PlayStation VR2 is going to calculate your IPD. The IPD is one of the most important things in a virtual reality headset. It measures the distance between your eyes, and it allows you to get the best possible image in your headset. As you can see in this video, you can see just how well the PlayStation VR2 is tracking this person's eyes. And if you had the PlayStation VR1, well, this was a complete hassle. There were many tutorials on YouTube on how to get this image absolutely perfectly, and it looks like Sony has definitely made up for their past mistakes. A developer at Supermassive Games has something particularly interesting in mind for how eye tracking will ultimately affect real in-game gameplay. Edge magazine gave a little bit more detail on what we can expect and what this developer was saying. A door painted with the instructions "Don't blink" opens up into a room full of blood-smeared mannequins. They've twisted their bodies into unreal positions. Eventually, we can't help it, but we need to flutter and blink our eyes. When this happens, the mannequins completely rearrange themselves every time you blink. Now, I don't know about you, but this sounds absolutely terrible, but at the same time, it sounds absolutely amazing, so let me know down in the comments what you think about this new feature. There were also a lot of testers at the CES conference, and I was able to extract a lot of the key points that we can take for the PlayStation VR2. Firstly, the visuals are great and they're definitely living up to the hype. However, some testers found a small amount of haze following them throughout the headset. Now, the PlayStation VR1 had this as well, but a lot of people didn't really notice this, and it's also very common in OLED screens. From what I've seen, it definitely does not seem like an immersion breaker. I also saw a lack of audio being used from the testers. What I specifically mean by this is that testers were only given these pair of headphones. And these are the 3D wireless headphones that are $100 from Sony, and they are obviously designed to sound as good as you can get. However, the PlayStation VR2 has earbuds inside of the bundle, and I'll be making sure I do a full review to see if it's really worth the extra $100. We also found out that many testers really liked the PlayStation VR2's comfortability. This is absolutely huge because PlayStation VR1 was also known for its enhanced comfort. This definitely seems like Sony is on track yet again to make this happen. We also know that the PlayStation VR2 will have a black and white pass-through mode that is higher quality than the Quest 2, and it does not have a colored pass-through mode option. Unlike the Quest Pro and the Pico 4, it does not go into mixed reality, so it is not a necessity for the PlayStation VR2. And if you are someone that wears glasses, well, it's important to know that the PlayStation VR2 will have enough space for you to have your glasses on while you have the headset on. There were a lot of testers at the CES event that said that this was not a problem at all when putting on the headset. There was also a lack of hand tracking while testers were using the headset. Now, this was definitely mostly due to the crowdability and the interference to the Bluetooth and connectors around them, and this 100% should not happen while you're in your home. But it's not just amazing features implemented into the VR headset, it's also the release of some awesome top games. There are plenty of launch titles coming to the PlayStation VR2, just to name some: Horizon Call of the Mountain, No Man's Sky, Resident Evil Village, and the long-awaited Gran Turismo 7. Now, for a lot of people, this was the final push for them to want to grab the PlayStation VR2, and for some people, they're still waiting to hear a little bit more, and that's understandable. There have been rumors about Half-Life Alyx coming to the PlayStation VR2, but as of right now, these are entirely rumors and speculation, so we won't be going over it in this video. One of the biggest games from Meta is making its way over to the PlayStation VR2, and that game is the long and loved Beat Saber. Now, though this might not be for everybody, you cannot argue with the fact that it's definitely a top and very popular game in the VR market. Though there are other headsets on the market, the PlayStation VR2 sets itself apart from having a price point that is actually reasonable with the amount of tech that you're going to be getting in the headset. Along with providing features like haptic feedback and sensory sensation features on the VR headset itself, it's going to be coming straight out of the box. You're not going to need any external connectors to get that experience. Though I wish PlayStation would give a little bit more information on what AAA games are upon the horizon that are currently being worked on, I'm also a little bit impatient and extremely hyped for this PlayStation VR headset. And not only that, but one of the coolest things about this whole thing is the fact that you are absolutely amazing and you're still watching this video. We are currently at 927 subscribers at the current time of me recording this part of the video. Guys, we've already made a beautiful community. I literally love all of you so much. We are so close to 1,000, and I would love it if you could add to that total. Genuinely, we're trying to build the future right here, and for those that have already supported, I love you so much. If you want to know what type of headset you're going to be investing in, well, you want to make sure you hit this video right here, and I'm JizzleVR, and I will catch all you lovely people in the next video.